very identity and culture is one of the most precious resources we have and is central to who we are as Africans. As a nation, we can and should celebrate the long way we've come, but we cannot ignore the long way we still have to walk in championing and celebrating who we are. Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. And when we fight each other, we not only hurt each other, but we hurt ourselves even more. This is the time to put Ubuntu into action, to show the world what we really mean when we say South Africa belongs to all those who live in it. In Swahili, Kurudi means to return, renew, restore, and to revive. Today's Kurudi Festival is about to renew hope in ourselves and to restore and revive pride in ourselves as Africans and our heritage. This festival is an opportunity for dialogue, to choose to speak in one voice on the vision of unity we want to come to pass and the legacy we want to leave behind as a peaceful nation that stands together and stands strong. The KZN Zulu Royal House Trust brings you the first ever Kurudi Festival, a celebration of Africa and unity through food and music. Maibuye i-Africa.
Sihelele mama, uhelele iyo. Sihelele mama, uhelele iyo. Sihelele mama, uhelele iyo. Sihelele mama.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TEM TV. I go by the name Tabisile Zikali, and I am your host. Today, we are out here in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal, coolest place to be in the country. We are here to celebrate the first annual Kurudi Festival.
TEM TV had the wonderful privilege of attending the first ever Annual Kurudi Festival held in Durban on Friday, the 8th of November 2019. Championed by the KZN Zulu Royal House Trust, the event is meant to celebrate the myriad cultures of Africa, to promote the ideals of human rights, to encourage social cohesion, and to combat all forms of discrimination, including domestic violence and xenophobia. In a nutshell, the idea is to unite Africans through music, dance, and some really good food.
Africa, 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 sinothando, futhi sibahle, Africa, 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 sinothando, futhi sibahle, Africa, 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 sinothando, futhi sibahle, Africa, 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 we baba nama, yeah ma. Africa, Africa, sinotando, and we are beautiful in Africa, 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 sinotando.
A representative of the Zulu royal house, Professor Ngubane, shed some light on why this festival was started. Take a listen.
For bringing us here under the umbrella of the aforementioned inaugural Kurudi Festival. Kurudi Festival is our trailblazer idea of the royal household. The royal household is a public entity under the office of the Premier here in KwaZulu-Natal, and we are very proud that today we are launching this income generation event.
Unjani baba?
Siyaphila sazwanina.
Namngiyaphila. How do you feel today, baba?
No, we are all excited about the launch of the Kurudi because we've been talking about Kurudi. Now it's really happening.
All right. What does Kurudi mean to you?
To me, maybe let me say Kurudi as a Kiswahili word means the return of Africa. So to me, we are on the route, or we are en route towards bringing South Africa back by uniting its people, because we are one nation. We are Africans before we are Zulus, and to me, I'm very excited that today we are launching something that will coalesce and bring more people together in a very jolly mood and spirit.
MEC Bongisitole Moloi spoke on the positives that would come from the annual Kurudi Festival.
Then a warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The MEC from the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, Umama Bongisitole Moloi.
Every time when we think of Africa, we think of what other people are telling us about us. Sizilwane that cannot tolerate each other, that want to kill each other, that believe in blood and who are thirsty of blood, and which is not us. We are people who have Ubuntu, who cares, who love themselves, who love each other, who wants to see each other prospering. But every now and again we have been trained and been brainwashed to believe that we are not who we are. It's because of the TV that we watch so much that tells us, and we act. We even act who we are. And acting is a prime matter that we are busy with. And then hence we are unable to come together and realize that we need each other to be able to move forward. We are Africans. We're an African country. We are part of our multinational region. We are an essential part of our continent. We have learned a great deal from our complex past, adding countless to our experience of our being Africans. As the Swahili word Kurudi means, this is our moment to return to the source. It is the moment to create the Pan-African century and African Renaissance. It is the opportunity to realize too the Freedom Charter vision that South Africa belongs to all those who live in it, black and white. Let us support our President Cyril Ramaphosa for the call for a greater African solidarity and unity of all people living in our continent. The President reminds us that South Africa was built on the labor of not just South African but migrants of India, from China, and from the entire Southern African region. Let us all lend a hand and use all our talent to create a South Africa that is at peace with itself and the world. As Madiba said in a sonnet in 1996, when all is said and done, we return again to the challenges of the new South African patriotism. That at the end of each day, every one of us should afford a smile in his or her face. When we pose to ourselves the question, what have I done today to create jobs and improve my skills and those of others?
Ma, ngiyaphila. Waze wamuhle bo?
Hawu, ngiyabonga na umuhle. Bona wena umuhle.
Ngiyabonga ma. What are you doing here today, ma?
Today we are here to the launch of Kurudi Festival, which is championed by Royal Household Trust in KwaZulu-Natal. We are here to support it as the government because the Royal Household Trust is an entity of our government led by the Office of the Premier.
I just want to ask, as the MEC, Mama, what have you done to unite Africans in this country? Or should I ask, what does the Kurudi Festival done to unite Africans in this country?
Because of music, when you have music, people come from all angles and from all walks of life. They are going to come together. It will bring up our Ubuntu. It will also revive our morals to understand each other and be able to accept each other as African people in our African continent. But beyond that, it is also going to bring an economy where we are all going to be able to employ people, create employment, because during that time our economy will be grown, because we'll have tourists coming from all over the country and all over the province, the continent, to come and enjoy themselves through music. And also we are going to learn each other's talent and be able to accept each other. And I think this is going to also bring social cohesion amongst African people.
All right, Mambongi, I just want to know something. Do you think the youth of South Africa understands our African cultures?
I believe they do understand, but what actually has happened is that most of the time in the schools that we have gone to, the system has tried by all means to take out our values and our morals, because they want us to be dominated by other cultures. But I'm certain that with this engagement and these activities and cultural festivals such as this one, is going to bring back that to our young ones. And I have realized that some of young people now, they are more interested in who they are and their cultural background and what is it they stand for and what they can contribute in their cultural diversity and their cultural background to be able to move their country forward using their cultural activities.
The KwaZulu-Natal Royal House Trust brings you the first ever Kurudi Festival, a celebration of African unity through food and music. We're all about celebrating each other as Africans, embracing the different cultures in our continent. In order to combat any form of discrimination, we'll be bringing you Africa's cream of the crop musician. Come join us as we celebrate the beauty of being African. Let your taste buds take a trip across Africa and back, as there'll be food stalls catering from all across Africa. So get those dancing shoes ready. With Usiswa, Something Soweto, Mlindo the vocalist. Make sure you buy your tickets at Coffee Ticket of our Craft Beer Village, or make sure that scrumptious food goes down well with our craft beer. 7th December 2019, Kings Park Stadium from 2 p.m. until late. Yes, Solalek said, my boy, Africa.
At this point, you might be wondering why the word Kurudi was chosen as the name of the festival to begin with. Well, the word Kurudi is a Kiswahili word, and Kiswahili was chosen because it is one of the most widely spoken languages in Africa. That said, Kurudi means return, and in this context, it's a message to all of Africa to return to her unified ways of old. It's a way to remind Africans that we are stronger when we are one, and the hope is that we can eradicate the strange malady that is xenophobia plaguing South Africa and by extension other African countries. the chairman of the Nigerian Citizens Association South Africa in KZN, Honorable Bartholomew Eziagulu, defined Kurudi Festival in his own way and also mentioned how important it is for someone like him to support such initiatives.
I hope I've pronounced it correctly. Please can we receive him with a warm round of applause.
Great Africa! Greatest Africa! The Kurudi Festival platform provides us all the rare privilege and opportunity to interface, look ourselves in the face, to reason together and promote peace and social cohesion. As the name of this festival rightly suggests, that we return to our friendship, revive our bonds of unity and social cohesion. The Kurudi Festival offers this very unique vehicle to really appreciate our diversity and culture with the purpose of building on it to create a more harmonized bond and relationship. Recently, across the Republic, the very fabrics of our peaceful coexistence as a community and people was attacked and almost broken. However, we did not surrender to the evil of hate, divisions, and xenophobia to destroy us. The Nigerian State Association, NICASA, makes itself available as a willing partner in the fight against crime and social vices. We shall collaborate with any willing partner to ensure a peaceful community where peace, justice, equity shall reign supreme. I pray for the success of this festival. I'm looking forward to the next edition of Nostalgia. I thank the organizer for the great effort in putting this together. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
How are you doing today?
I'm very, very great. I'm happy.
All right. What does the Kurudi Festival mean to you as the chairperson?
Yeah, Kurudi means a lot, and as a chairperson, I will define it and put it this way. It means renew, it means unite, it means come together, it means let us discuss our challenges and resolve it once and for all. And because we all know that Africa is only a continent to beat. So Kurudi is a very great platform for Africa, South African and other African nations to come together and be strong as one.
Do you think that the Kurudi Festival will help to unite Africans in this country?
Of course, I have so much belief. And that is why our nation, when we come across this platform, we are very, very, very happy because we believe that Kurudi is one of the mechanisms that will help put Africa together, unite them, renew them, and tell us who we are. So Kurudi has a very wonderful platform to unite it. And I hope so, I believe it would go a long way to do that. Yeah.
All right. And what are you doing here today?
I'm here to support the event. And not only as a person, but being a representative of Nigerian National in KwaZulu-Natal, and we are here to contribute our own support to this wonderful occasion and this platform. And we believe that whatever we are witnessing here, we go a long way in our life and uniting us as an Africa.
All right, so I want you to give me the direct translation of One Africa in your language. Just one word.
Come again?
One Africa.
Can I use my own language? Dalu no when Africa when. That when you say Africa when, that is Africa agree. Yes, that is why I say Africa when.
Africa when. Thank you so much, sir.
Kurudi Festival Project Manager Nolwazi Mashabane highlighted some of the forthcoming attractions for the festival occurring on the 7th of December 2019, telling us that it would be, quote-unquote, lit and an event not to be missed.
As the project manager, I just want to know something. What does the Kurudi Festival mean to you? The Kurudi Festival to me means unity. It means ubuntu. It means unite. It means to bring back. It means celebrating who we are, celebrating our heritage, our culture. And it's not only done on Africa Day, but it's also done throughout the whole year, because that is who we are. We live, breathe, and you know, we are who we are, and we celebrate that every day. It's really important to do that. And Kurudi Festival is about reigniting and celebrating that.
Wow, amazing, Sis Nolas. I just want to know something. What should we expect from the main event? Because I believe that this was the launch of the Kurudi Festival.
At the main event, which will start off with just the festival, our viewers can expect a hot lineup. You know when young people say it's going to be lit? That is the 7th of December, where it is going to be lit, lit, lit. We have artists from all over South Africa, A-list artists. We have artists from Cameroon, from Ghana, from Mozambique, and other countries. And we also have a surprise international act. And that international act we're very proud of, multi-award winning, and we will announce that on Monday on our social media platforms at Kurudi Festival.
All right, Sis Nolazi, how did you guys select the artists who will be performing at the main event? What was their criteria?
The artists that we selected, we wanted an all-inclusive. So we have like your Mafigizolo, who is a beautiful genre where, you know, sometimes they incorporate West African music into the South African flow of music. So we really all-inclusive. And then we have Maskandi, which is on the traditional side with Kuzani and Nikogama. We have your Gom, which is like your nice vibey heat wave that, you know, catches the whole of South Africa and has flowed over Africa, with Musi performing in that genre. And we have hip hop, and then we have I can't mention this artist until Monday.
Oh, please, okay, give us a hint, one hint.
Okay, the song just escaped my mind. If I say the song, everybody will be buzzing.
Okay, give us another hint.
Watch the Kurudi social media platforms at Kurudi Festival. Then you will know.
All right, before you go, I just want to know, was the launch a success? Was it what you had expected it to be?
The launch was an absolute success. We had representatives from academics to professionals, professors, government, young people, communities, various representatives from foreign national communities, not just South Africa. And this really truly showed that we can rise above our current social ills and advance into a more progressive, happier, united South Africa and Africa.
All right, Sis Nolwazi, I want to know something. I want us to do something really fun. I want you to give me that direct translation of beetroot in isiZulu, and I want you to look directly at the camera when you give me an answer. Please don't tell me you don't know.
Somebody help me.
Come on, beetroot.
Find another one, please.
Cucumber.
Well, kutiwa kukumba.
Thank you so much, Sis Nolwazi.
Councillor Sibongiseni Mkhize told Thabisile what the Kurudi Festival means to him.
It means that as African, we must go back to the basics. Because in the organization that I belong to, which is the ANC, but besides that, as the chief whip of the municipality, we believe that Africa is for African. So therefore, if the king, His Majesty the King, bring this festival, it means we must go back to the basics. Because in ancient time, there was nothing you called South Africa, nothing you called Angola, nothing we called Nigeria. It was Africa.
Thabisile was able to catch up with the well-known DJ Bongs and asked him to direct some words of encouragement towards young people hoping to one day be just like him. Here's what he had to say.
Firstly, in fact, the Kurudi Festival. Basically, Kurudi, it's about ukuhlangana kwe-Africa, like amazwe ahlukahlukene, South Africa obani, ukubuyisana ngokwesintu, yabona. So Kurudi, mina, I'm part of Kurudi because ngizobe ngiperforma kwi-Kurudi and I did the song ekhuluma ngeKurudi.
All right, so DJ Bongs, we all know you as a famous DJ in South Africa. Any words of encouragement to young people out there who would love to be just like you?
Number one nje is to respect yourself. Obviously, nokuyiphatha kubalekile nokufocus kwi-career yakho, because I think mina sengibe kwi-industry more than 20 years manje, which is ngisaqhubeka futhi nokuyiphatha kahle, and noma ngiye emazweni angaphandle ngibehave the same way ngibehave ngaye South Africa.
All right, before Hambe Budi, I want us to do something really exciting. I want you to give me the direct translation of this word, beetroot. And I want you to look directly at the camera when you answer the question. What is beetroot in isiZulu?
Oh, beetroot isiZulu. Ubiza ngani beetroot isiZulu? Wena ubiza ngani beetroot ngesiZulu? Mina ngazi ukuthi beetroot phela sikhule kuthiwa beetroot. Kodwa siyazi ukuthi into enjengathi ibovana nje.
Thank you so much, Putam.
The Kurudi Festival was conceptualized as a rotational event occurring in different African countries each year, much like the Olympics. For the first 2 or 3 years, however, it will be held in Durban, South Africa, its debut city. This is just to ensure its foundation as a successful formal event, but once it has strong legs, it will be traveling the continent. Smangaliso, a member of the Kurudi Festival production team, spoke about how the festival made him feel.
Goes by the name Smangaliso, and he has been doing production for the Kurudi Festival. Smangaliso, unjan Putam?
Unjan.
Ngiyaphila. How do you feel today?
I'm feeling good. It's so nice to be here. Today I feel like an African. Yeah.
All right, so I just want to know from Miss Smangaliso, what does Kurudi mean?
Okay, Kurudi, I know that it's a Swahili word. So I know that it's about restoring the African culture. Yeah, that's what it means.
And what is the purpose of the Kurudi Festival?
To promote the African culture, that we are Africans before we are Zulu, before we are Xhosa, before we are whatever. Yeah.
Okay, now lastly I want to ask you something. Why aren't you wearing your Zulu attire?
Because I'm working. Can you imagine me wearing a Zulu garment while walking around? But at least I've wear umqhele with Zulu. Yeah.
All right, so I want us to do something really fun. I'm going to ask you one word. You need to translate it in isiZulu, all right? So what is cucumber in isiZulu?
We don't have a cucumber in isiZulu. It's a ukukumba.
Thank you so much, Smangaliso.
TEM TV took a moment to speak with some of the important dignitaries in attendance. Here's what the Consulate General of Angola, Antonio Hannes, had to say to us.
It means a lot for South Africa to unite, especially in South Africa. All this xenophobia, what happening to our people. Because people, they are not like South African special. They are not educated because of apartheid. They put under apartheid. When see another African, they're not welcome. They're Africa. I think this one going to help us to educate township, people from township, rural areas. When they see a foreigner, they're thinking you're coming for another continent. That's a big problem. What we're having, especially in South Africa. We are going to teach them a lot.
So as the consulate of Uganda, what are you doing to unite Africans in this country?
We try to educate them and teach them about African culture. And we are Africa, to tell them Africa is one continent. These are colonial people who came here in Africa, they're dividing us. All people long time ago, I'm talking about 60s and 1968, my father supposed to come to Joburg to work from Angola, to come to work in Joburg. People were so welcoming them through Botswana and all this. We never had this xenophobia, but now because of white people who came to Africa, they try to divide us. They know when we united we will become strong. That's what we want to divide Africa.
As the consulate of Uganda, do you have any words of encouragement to people who were affected by the xenophobic attacks?
Yeah, I just encourage them to teach them, let them take revenge like happened in Nigeria. When something happened here, we can, when someone do bad thing and you try also to do bad thing, you can't fix it. Just try to educate them that we are African. We are welcome them in Angola, they can come anytime. What happened is happened. Let us just educate our people that we are one Africa. No one can divide us.
All right, before you go, I want us to do something really fun. I want you to give me the direct translation of beetroot in your language.
Beetroot? Beetroot. I can't get. Mulila kali angeni kwangu beetroot. Bima vya kubenga biwa kali wantu.
Okay, I'm not sure if he's telling the truth, but thank you so much, Mr. Anton.
It truly was an event to remember and a festival to look out for every year. TEM TV will certainly always be at the Kurudi Festival, and you should be there too. This event is really not to be missed.
Well, there you have it. We had an amazing time at the first annual Kurudi Festival launch in Durban. Once again, I go by the name Thabisile Zikhali, and I am your host. For more exciting news, catch us on Red Carpet Run on TEM TV. From me, Ntombeka Zikhali, bye-bye.
Please subscribe to TEM TV on all our social media platforms for more insightful content.